Oh, is it August? Is it August? Well, like it's football time. All the shenanigans out the way. We are here. The time you've been waiting on. Fall camp is here. What else could you ask for, man? Welcome into Rowdyman Media on another Tuesday. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know we're gonna have a great show. We finna talk about fall camp. First 2 days in. Y'all know tomorrow the pads come on. So all that little chirping, you know what I'm saying? Everything looking good, you know what I'm saying? People moving around. Hey, when them pads come on, hey, ain't no more talking. You gonna have to see about it. Cause you gonna have to buckle that chin strap up and we gonna have to see what's talking. My fellas, man, we in the building. What's going on, man? Coach Dre, how you feeling?
Hey man, you got to be blessed, man. Happy to be here, man. I'm literally just walking in from practice myself. It's August, man, and we got to we nipping at the bit. It's football time, and so everybody's kind of on edge. You want to see what's going on, so man, you got to be blessed though, man. And always be thankful that God gave you opportunity to wake up this morning and put your best foot forward. And man, always try to be a blessing, like I always say, because you are a blessing. So I'm always excited to be on here with my guys, with my brothers, Rob the man, and Common. So how you feel, Common?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. How about you? What's up, chat? What's up? What's up, Coach Dre? What's up, Rob? Man, I'm excited, man. It's that time of the year. We've been talking about everything but football. Now we get to talk about football. We get to talk about when the pads come on and what we see out there on the field. So it's good to have content to react to as well, from Well Off, from Darius Sanders, and them keeping us in the mix. So I'm excited, man. I'm real excited.
Hey, so what basically what Common saying is, hey man, he might share his screen and pull up that film that, you know what I'm saying, he wants y'all to see. You know what I'm saying? He might get into some talk. But hey, one thing about it, man, football is back. We finna react about the first 2 days. We know the pads ain't on. We know it's just a glimpse. This, that, and the third. But there's one more announcement I gotta make. And I'm finna pull it up. Give me just a second. Because I forgot to pull this up. Because it wouldn't be right if I didn't pull it up. Because there's an event that's going down. For those who don't know, there is an event that is going down with Rob the Man Media, with Dukes the Scoop, if y'all want to see us in person. First game of the season, we got an event with the CU Aunties. Because I know a lot of people ain't know. I haven't been broadcasting on the channel. It is posted on X, but I didn't put it on Instagram yet. But we got an event coming up real, real soon. But before we get into all that, how y'all feeling about the first 2 days of fall camp?
I mean, I like that we went off site. I can see the excitement in Coach Prime's eyes. I can see they chomping at the bit. It was good. I liked it. The first team meeting again. My tight ends coach, Coach Niblet, coming out with a great speech, and Coach Marv and what he looking for in the defense. I was impressed with that, and just the way the kids reacted to these. They react to these football coaches. First day, what I saw that first. I haven't watched today's film, but what I saw from that first day of film is what I expected. I think everybody with the first shocker, everybody want to talk about it is what they want to talk about is, us not having Danny. But The biggest thing is you see JoJo and and Dre is there, and so that I think that eases a lot of tension in the room and things of that nature. But before I turn it over to comment, big ups to my guy Rashard, becoming the new wide receivers coach. I was very happy for him. Again, I expected that to happen sometime. I just didn't know it would be so soon. Again, Coach was not fired. Coach, I want to say this again. Coach Phillips was not fired. He was not let go. He was not none of that, guys. He retired. He had some stuff that was going on, and he needed to handle that family-wise, and he's going to do that. He's going to retire, guys. He was not let go. For all intents and purposes, he was going to be there until some things happen, and so he's going to go ahead and step away and retire. So I don't want to hear that. Don't bring that nonsense in here about he was fired and this, that, and the other. But again, a great opportunity for my guy Rashard to show his talents. He's been with Coach Prime since Jackson State. And another showing you guys that Coach Prime has a great coaching tree that I don't have to go outside of my house to go build. I don't have to go outside of my house to find great coaches. So I'm excited to see what Coach Rashard is going to do with that receiving room. Go ahead, Common.
Before you go, Kami, I just want to make this announcement, right? Because I know y'all seeing what is this graphic that's on the screen. All right, so Rob the Red Media gonna be in the building. Dukes the Scoop gonna be in the building, and we also gonna have Travis Hunter's mom that is releasing her book and doing a signing. That's gonna be in the building, and this is all sponsored by the CU Aunties. So if y'all want to meet the CU Aunties, y'all want to meet Dukes the Scoop, y'all want to meet Rob the Red Media, and y'all want to meet Travis Hunter's mom. You can't get it but only one place, baby. Meet us there in Atlanta. First game. Any details that you want to know about the event, please reach out to the CU Aunties. Or you can DM me. Reach out to the CU Auntie because it's gonna sell out fast, y'all. I don't think we got that many seats left. So if you want to see me, you want to see Deuce the Scoop, you want to see Travis Hunter mom, or the CU Aunties, pull up on us. But go ahead, Common.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Rob, tell the people not to sleep, man. You're not just a YouTube channel, you're a business, right? I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man. So I appreciate you making major moves like that. That's going to be major down in Atlanta. If you guys are out there, get with Rob, get with the whole crew, and enhance the experience of Colorado versus Georgia Tech even more. What am I excited about fall camp? It seems like it's strictly business this year. It just seems like they just went to a business meeting. They got their instructions and then they went out on the field and executed. But what I like, the first thing that jumped out to me is the intensity of Coach Marv. That's a defensive coach needs to be able to just get his team's attention at the drop of a hat. Meaning when they hear his voice, it's like, you train your dog, right? As soon as you say, hey, you want that dog to stop, pay attention, stop, sit, whatever you say immediately. I like the intensity that he brings because I know he's not only going to be able to get their attention in the meeting room, I know he's going to be able to snap them attention on the field. And the one thing that he led with is they want to establish 4 things throughout camp. And the first thing stood out is their identity. It's not what scheme he's going to call, it's not what play he's going to call, but how they're going to play the game. 2 things, violence and aggression. That's what you want from a defense, right? Even if they beat you, even if the guy makes a long run, when the first guy gets to him, he's got to make him pay. You got to make them fight for every inch of that football field. And when they do get an inch, you got to punish them. So that's what I'm really excited about, man. I'm a major defensive guy. I love to see our DC with that energy and laying down the gauntlet. Hey, if you're going to play on this 11, you got to be violent and you got to be aggressive. So I love that from him.
That's a lot it's a lot to talk about now. You talk about violence. Hey, that's what you expect to see out of this defensive line. I know there's been a lot of chirping going on from Georgia Tech and this, that, and the third. But there's a lot of you're gonna have to put them pads on here pretty soon. You're gonna have to show up. Day 3's tomorrow. But out of the first 2 days, right? what is one thing that you been so impressed with so far?
Uh, just from what you see, like you say, just I know Common ain't gonna want to hear this, but I told him I like the way RJ Johnson came out and trying to establish himself as a guy, another guy at the corner spot. From what I saw from practice, but there was no doubt who was the guy out there in the secondary. He wears the number 6, and his name is Boo Carter. And I mean, the guy is he is that. You saw him back there with Coach Prime getting ready to return punt. So, but that was the two things that I noticed. I went back and I watched it. The aggression from RJ. He was very locked in. He was very in tune. He had some great reps against the receivers in the one-on-ones and things of that nature. And then just the intensity and the pure violence of Boo Carter. I mean, Boo Carter coming down in the run, he trying to punch the ball out. I was just impressed with those two guys on the defense when I really went back and evaluated the little tape that Willoff had, Darius and things of that nature. Also, Uncle Neely and those guys doing a great job. But I was just impressed with RJ, like he's hearing what people are saying. Like, hey, don't count me out as this guy that can play this next corner. Creed is Creed. And again, you can tell that Coach Prime believes he's the guy. Because the first guy to break it down in practice, that first day of practice, was Creed Thomas. But I was impressed with the way RJ came out and really established himself on that first day. Again, I haven't watched today's practice because I'm just getting home myself from practice. But that's who I was impressed with, and Boo Carter being what I thought he was. Boo Carter being what I thought he was. Go ahead, Common.
Yeah, no, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Boo Carter is gonna start opposite Creed Thomas, man. That's just a fact. I said my piece. It's fall camp, and what I love about that cornerback room though is it's deep. They got a lot of options. Okay, so even though you got your 2 starters, what seemed like your solidified 2 starters, I love what Coach Dre said about RJ. RJ is still out there with something to prove. I think he's out there playing with a chip on his shoulder, and he understands that what Coach Prime wants from his cornerbacks are guys who make plays. Even if you get beat, I want to see you trying to make a play. And so today he made a play, got an interception. I'm sure there are a lot of plays that we don't see where other guys are making plays as well. So this is just a highlight compilation that we get to see on Welloff and Darius Sanders, but I think he got a pick today. So he's definitely keeping the competition going. So I'm very excited about that. The other thing that I saw that I hadn't seen previously, it may be in little bits and pieces, but how much time Coach Prime is spending on technique with the corners, right? He's critiquing every single thing that they do, how they backpedal, them staying low, how they move their hips, what foot they use to turn first, and how that gives them a slight advantage on the play. So I love to see that kind of development happening for the corners. And the competition is still there, guys. It's not over, but I definitely can see that we have our 2 starting cornerbacks, and it's going to be Boo Carter and it's going to be Creed Thomas.
Finally, he comes around. Now, we tried to warn you, right? We tried to. But then you seen Coach Prime come on an interview with Deuce Scoop. And who did Deuce Scoop ask him about? Not only but Boo, the Boo man. He didn't ask about nobody else. That's the only one person that he asked about. That's okay. It's okay. Time will tell, right? You see Boo back there, he on punt return. He's gonna be back there on kickoff return. No. The Boo man is coming. Just saying.
Hey, man, you see, that's why people don't admit when they wrong, man, because of people like you try to rub it in, man. We get it, man. I said it already. I'm not
trying to rub it in. I'm just giving you the evidence. I'm just giving the evidence. That's what I do, right? If we gonna do one thing, we gonna bring the facts. I don't make it up. Coach Prime just come out and say it.
But again, but here's the thing, we have fun in games, but what y'all fail to realize is Boo Carter would have been above from the jump if it was up to his mom and up to some other things that transpired. That again, we'll never get into. But you Tennessee folks just know what it is. But Boo Carter, I told you, I think when Coach Prime first looked at Boo Carter, I think he saw Travis Hunter again. Maybe I could not so much as like the every down like Travis, but I saw another guy I could bring in here that when Travis steps away, I can have another two-way stars. And again, he went to Tennessee, and guys, he put on in the SEC. He didn't just go over there and not play. He was a ball player. So it's not like we just beating our chest with the Boo Carter. It's not a hype. People wanted Boo Carter. And we're just happy that, that he listened to his mom and listened to his family and came on and became a Buff, because one thing you do know that Deion Sanders has his best interests at heart. And that's why I think you see him playing corner, because like he said, you don't see a lot of nickels going first round. People can devalue you. But again, I was very impressed with Creed. I was very impressed with RJ.
Go
Go ahead.
to talk about something, right? Because Coach Prime mentioned something for a reason, and one reason only. Boo Carter has sat down and watched film and asked Coach Prime to sit there and watch it with him. But they try to say this person, he wasn't this and that and this and that, and something was going on in Tennessee. But he wants to sit down and watch film with the head coach? I just want you to make some things make sense to me.
I mean, again, bro, the biggest thing was you never have to respond to foolishness. My grandma and granddad always told me, if you argue with fools, they'll make you a fool. So that's why I never went back and forth with any Tennessee people or made a big deal about it. I knew that kid wasn't that. Okay. Was he perfect? No, nobody is. So he had flaws. You understand what I'm saying? But it was nothing like what the Tennessee people were trying to make it out to be. And so again, this kid lives, breathes, and thinks football. And when you got the best guy to ever do it as your head coach, and that's what you're trying to aspire to be, again, you see Coach Prime out there hands-on with the DBs. You hear him in the videos. Keep your chin down. If your chin ain't down, you ain't gonna be low. So you can tell he's very hands-on with these guys. And again, that was something that you didn't see a lot of last year, because again, the guy was, like I said, we're not going to dull in that because it's a new season. I don't even want to look behind us, but because he couldn't probably do what he's doing now. But you can tell he got his fire back. He looks like that coach from that 9-4 team. He's ripping and raring to go and coach these young men hard. And he's taking nothing less than your best. If you're giving Coach Prime Sanders less than your best, you're gonna find yourself in your dorm room trying to figure out what I can do to make sure that I don't have to get sent back to my dorm room. But no, Boo Carter is as advertised. Again, but what you hope is that RJ does solidify himself, and then you can have Boo at nickel a lot. Again, like I say, I like Braylon Edwards. You also got Hardy.
I'm gonna get it to him.
Okay, and you still, and I haven't given up on Commons guy England, because you just don't do what he did. No, you can't do that. Comment, you can't do that. Comment, you can't do that, because if my guy, you don't never give up on your guy. Because Silman Craig was my guy when he came from Jackson State, and I think Silman Craig gonna start, and he did. I never gave up on it, so that's what I'm saying. I don't want you to give up on England, because somewhere down the line this season we're gonna need him. We're gonna need that guy. I really believe he can play. So
I'm gonna say this, comment. Don't give up on him. The pads come on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. Some people are like heroes until you put them pads on, and when the pads get to talking, you get to be a different language, right? Because you ain't wearing around no shorts and shirts. So don't give up on them now. Still early.
You see, just because I agree with y'all, don't give y'all the right to patronize me, man. Come on, dog.
Hey, listen. So we'll go to the super chat because we got a super chat. So we'll go to the
All
super
right.
chat. All right. Hello, gentlemen. What is your thought on the NCAA ruling? Which player would you bring back? By the way, love the show, and we appreciate you, Miss New York Finest.
Uh, again, guys, it's becoming again. The reason I don't like it because it's hurting high school football. It is hurting high school recruiting, and these young men are getting overlooked because these grown men want to stay in college. I guess I think it's out now. I don't think it's new news that it's a possibility that Keaton Wade could come back. Uh, so I mean, it's a possibility, but I just think it's becoming outrageous. I think they need to go ahead and set the rule in play where you play 5 years and that's it.
But
Because
that's
again, it's hurting these high school young men.
but Coach Ray,
And
that's
because
basically what this is, though. It's basically what it is. This is for the people that 22 year for the 22 class. This would be their fifth year, so this would be the rule. That's the reason why they're getting them this
yeah,
extra year.
and like and you hear Coach Prime kidding around talking about some of the way they acting, but we finna get Travis and Shador to come on back here, you know. And so, but I just think they're just trying to make sure that kids aren't getting cheated. Uh, Again, because guys, you wouldn't believe. That's the one thing that you can't say about Colorado is that the stuff is on film, it's on record, and you can't decipher between it. But a lot of these kids, they get done wrong, they get made promises, they get told that this is gonna be like this and this is gonna be like that, and then they get to the school, and that's just not what it turns out to be. And so, with this NCAA ruling, it just is what it is. I don't buy into much of it. Like I say, now we're sitting here waiting to see what's going to happen with Israel Christensen and his ruling. But guys, I won't be surprised in a few years if you don't hear about the NCAA anymore. The SEC and Big Ten, they're getting tired of them. They're about ready to make some super conferences and govern themselves. With what I'm hearing is Nick Saban being the commissioner of this mega conference that they're talking about. And one thing is Nick Saban is no nonsense. So I don't think the NCAA is around for too much longer because they didn't set a precedent. If they would have set a precedent a long time ago, I don't think we'd be in this situation. But now we are, and we just have to deal with it. Go ahead, Connie.
Man, it's kind of hard, man. I had to scroll through this roster for a minute trying to find somebody that could be out of eligibility but not playing at the next level who could come back from that. Maybe Zarian McGill, who could give us some additional depth at center. I think that's the only position on the line where we might be thinner than other places. I don't see much else, man.
I mean, I was for Zach Crisler coming back, but as Prime stated, hey man, I'm not saying anybody had any bad grades, but if you had any bad grades and you went out in a bad way, what we need you to come back for? Let's make some things make sense. Because if you thought you had an opportunity to come back, guess what you'll do? You would have did right from the get go, right? Can't do wrong and then expect us to justify to bring you back. Because guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna do the same exact thing. Now, granted, some people went to the NFL, start getting their bodies right, start getting ripped up and giving more effort to get into the NFL than what they did in college. But if you would have just put all that effort from the get go, you wouldn't even be in this position right now. Go ahead, Common.
Yeah, no, that's about it. I mean, Zy Crisler is another name that comes to mind, potentially Keaton Wade, but I'm just thinking about a necessity, right? I don't think bringing Keaton Wade back to play defensive end is a necessity, right? I think we got some depth there.
We got
Bringing
we
Zy
got some we got
Crisler
some
back.
injuries right now. We got some injuries on the defensive end. That's why everybody's pushing for Keith Wade to come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's
that's what I was going to say, Carmen. I think that name came up because of some injuries, and maybe if you bring him, you might can push somebody inside. It's just like I say, it's just a numbers game. Zy Crisler, that's the first time I heard of that. Hey, boy, listen, I signed up for that all day of the week, twice on Sunday. I'm just being honest with y'all. That but again, I like what I got up front. what I'm seeing. I saw McFadden getting some work. Yaya getting that work. I seen Big Chauncey getting that work. I like what I seen from Soto. Again, we're not in pads, so we can't get too hyped. But like I say, my biggest thing is I just want us to be like Coach Swayze said, man. We just got to be consistent. We just got to be consistent. And again, y'all think me and Rob be making this stuff up? We don't care about that. I don't care about who started no football game. Miss me with that. When we get to the third and fourth quarter, hey, I need you to be the man. I told you, everybody want to be the man until it's time. Everybody want to be the man till it's time. And again, that again, he a Florida boy. It just that's how we built. We all that rah-rah and raffing and hey, that's good for the beginning of the game, man. You better have that same energy in the fourth quarter. Cause hey, like you say, I'm too busy winning to be where I'm a winner. And that's what I think, like you can tell that Florida, like that's that Florida mentality. That's why I tell y'all, Coach Brown, he Florida, we winners.
All right. See now, Coach Dre, you finna have to make me pull up well off because Coach Brown's message was, I'm a winner. What happened last year ain't finna happen again this year. But see, now I gotta pull it up now. See, now we don't win that. But give me 1 second. I'm finna pull it up. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna pull it up. Where y'all talking? Go ahead.
But I mean, that's just what again, that's just what it is, Common. It's just, again, it's about the mindset, like you said. And when he pulled his coaches to the middle of the field and said, hey, if you guys lose the juice, they gonna lose the juice. We can't lose this intensity that we got. And you see the guys with the towels, waving the towels around after the plays, and coaches running down the field and things of that nature. It just comes down to how bad do you want it? Again, Ben Finnerson said it. We had to change the mindset of our football team. We wanted guys that weren't content with just being here because it was Colorado. We want guys that want to be here and make this program better and be part of this culture change. And that's the biggest thing about, and I know we're going to get into it, so I'll let Rob prompt it up about us, taking this thing off site. And so that was big. Go ahead, bro. Play the clip.
I'm gonna play the video. So some of y'all missed the message. So let's go ahead and hear the message.
Every play? Right. Who else? Those bodies in the pro. Coach?
Jordan Addison.
How he practice?
Same guy every day.
How he play?
Lights out.
Who else? Who knows somebody? Player? Any player? Bomber. How he practice? How he play? Like
I'm gonna speed it up right quick.
Some of y'all think you got a light switch that's gonna turn on. It's not gonna turn on. First and foremost, your coach is not gonna put you in, and I'm not gonna let him. Because I go on what I see in practice. That's the consistency of what I'm gonna see in the game. So if I don't see it in practice, how am I gonna see it in the game? And some of you guys that came to the property that are supposed to be leaders, you better be lead. Why did they bring you? Why did they bring y'all? You're supposed to be leading in everything. You don't supposed to have inconsistency in your dress code, in your action. You're supposed to be leading. Where's my two? One, Nate, did you come? Yes, sir. You're supposed to be leading these guys. Everything you do is consistent, right? Socks, everything, dress, uniform, everything consistent. Do we ever have a problem with these guys? Next stand up. Now, do we ever have a problem with them?
Sure.
Consistency, pillar of consistency. Am I right? Do we ever have a problem with them? I'm not speaking for them. I know you really don't know them, but do we ever have a problem with them? Sit down. Guys, we got an hour, man. We're going to go get it. You understand?
Sure.
Coaches, if they're not, get them out. Because if I see it on film, it's on you. Because you allowed it. Are you going to allow it in the game, coordinator?
No, sir.
Okay, position coach, because now it comes down on you because it goes on his rate. Then it comes on my rate. I'm the only one getting win or loss. They get what their rank, what was the offensive defense rank. That's what they get. I get the WL. I'm not going to have it. Took enough L's last year. I don't.
We're gonna stop it right there. Right there. That's all you need to know. What did Prom say? I took enough L's last year. Yeah, y'all go ahead.
If you let him talk, if again, he's never gonna throw anybody under the bus. But what you take from that is, coaches, you ain't gonna allow that, because if you allow it, once we get in this film room, it's on you. Now I got a problem with you. Now me and you gonna have a conversation, because of the simple fact is you allowed this guy to stay out there on the football field. Again, everybody's being held accountable. Understand me? Hey, when we out here on the field, we can correct it. But if you didn't correct it and we get in the film session as coaches and it's constantly on the film, then that's on you. And again, I don't know if y'all think I be making up stuff. He said this when he first. The head coach takes all the L's and losses. He told you the truth. The offensive coordinators go by what they're rated. What is your offensive rating? What is your defensive rating? But the wins and losses fall on the head coach and the quarterback. And he's telling you that not on my watch this year. Again, it was always my watch. But he could have honestly told y'all last year, oh man, I took a leave of absence, so I don't know what the program was doing when I was gone. You know what you did? You'd have crucified him for it. Oh, you didn't know what your program was going on, this, and this, and this. So he didn't do that. But now you see with his intensity, you see with his the way he's talking, the way he's addressing these young men, the way he's addressing his coaches, that, hey, I will not put up with this year. Y'all will not see that Colorado team that we put out on the football field last year, this year. And that's what makes you feel good going into this season. Go ahead, Common.
Oh man, I'm trying not to get the Holy Ghost. I'm trying to be objective and be an analyst here, because you get caught up in pregame speeches and getting rah-rah and fired up. All right. Mm-hmm. There's been instances where I was just going off the speeches. And then we get out on the field and the game don't match the speech. Okay? So this is good to get your team fired up. But what I think he's actually doing, to Coach Dre's point, is he's going to accomplish what he's going to accomplish through the coaches. It feel like this season, it's not going to be about what the players do. I mean, ultimately, it's up to them to win on the field. But he is going to accomplish this promise that he's making, that he's done losing. He's going to do it through his coaches. If there's anybody on the hot seat that he's talking to in this room, he's talking to the coaches as much as he's talking to the players. And I haven't heard that, right? He's usually calling guys out, and they're coming out and they're giving their speeches, and they're the ones motivating the team. I think he's talking to the coaches just as much as he's talking to the players this season. What you guys think about that?
I think he's always been that way. Even if you go back to his Jackson State days, he's never shied away from, if you're not getting it done, I'll make the move. Again, I keep telling people, Coach Pollard was his first offensive coordinator. He lasts he didn't coach a full season altogether, because he coached the little COVID year, and then the first couple games of that first year, and he's not afraid to make moves. Again, unbeknownst to you guys, he was making moves last year. You guys just didn't know it because Coach Prime is not that guy. He's not going to come out and crucify nobody. He's just going to make the move. I'm going to do what needs to be done. I told you, real OGs move in silence. Real gangster with a real gangster move in silence. He's not telling you what he's doing. He's not telling you what he finna. Oh yeah, I'm finna go do this. Oh, if y'all be right there when I come back, this was gonna happen. No, when I get here, this was hey. By the time I get to you, it's all it's a done dollar. And so that's what you're seeing with him now. Again, even as you go back to that beginning, did you see the intensity in the AD, how fired up he was and how raring to go he was? So I think everybody is on the same wavelength, and it's not just about you. Coach Miller say a better you makes a better see you. You understand me? And he told you when they buried us, but they forgot we were seeds. And what people failed to realize in that statement was because seeds can grow. So when you put that dirt over us, you thought it was over with. But we wasn't. We seized, and now when the rain falls, and we do have a few storms, instead of the rain gonna give us the nutrients to grow and what we need to grow. And like you say, I just believe he believes in these coaches and these young men, but he won't tolerate any mediocrity this year. He's stopping it at the door, and like you say, the buck stops with him. And so you gotta like what you saw from Coach Prime and his fire and his desire. Again, it looks like that second year. Again, he looks healthy. He looks like he's raring to go and get these boys chomping at the bit. Go ahead, Rob.
No doubt, man. He is. You've seen a different mess. You've seen a different tone that you haven't seen from Coach Prime in a while. And it's part of it got to do with his health, right? Being ready to go. You think about, the position coach, right? Who's on podium today, which is Coach Marr. He flat out said April, May, June. I didn't really leave, but a couple days. I've been here. I've been evaluating. I've been studying the players that we got on this roster and how we can put them in the best position to win. He didn't say he was on vacation. He said he had everybody in-house for the entire time just focus on how do we put the best players on what's the best scheme that we can put the 11 best players in place for us to win. Not the overall best 11 players, but the best 11 players we can put on defense. When you hear a coach, especially a defensive coach, say that, what does that sound to you? Go ahead, comment. I'm going to start with you, comment.
Yeah, I'm a defensive guy. I love defense. I mean, offense makes the game fun, but I love good defense, right? Let me watch the Ray Lewis Baltimore Ravens play. All right. Let me watch the Seattle Seahawks and how they won the Super Bowl play defense. As much as people appreciate offense, defensive excellence is something to behold. When you got, no matter what they call, it's stuffed. Call a run, it's stuffed. Call a pass, it's stuffed. Call a screen, it's stuffed. First quarter, same result. Fourth quarter, same result. They might get lucky occasionally. But man, when you got a coach like that, it bodes well that we might see some defensive excellence. We might see Colorado roll out there and really put something on film that we haven't seen in a long time. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I mean, you talked about it. You talked about defenses. And when you look at it, that defense is what it is. You look at that Ravens defense with Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs and Ed Reed, and you go look at Shannon Sharpe when he talks about being on that team, and Raiden will say, hey, y'all just give us 10. Y'all just give us 10. We'll take care of the rest. Even that year when Tom Brady and Randy Moss were putting up electric numbers on offense, undefeated, you get to the Super Bowl and play against the Giants with Strahan and those guys on defense, and defense. You got to be able to make a stop when you need it. And so what you see from Coach Marv is a guy who knows his value, and he's not complacent in what he did. He went out, and if you listen to Uncle Nearly in the pregame show, he told you, he said, guys, I don't know if Coach Livingston doesn't leave and Coach Marv doesn't get promoted to the defensive coordinator job, he said, I don't know if Coach Marv is here. Because people were chomping at the bit to get at this man, and you see why. You see he elevates everybody in the room. And that's all it takes. Is the leader. We have a great leader in Coach Prime, but we got two great leaders in our offense and defensive quarter. Coach Marv is a great teacher, He's a great motivator again, and he's looking for results. And he's looking at every play. You can't give me this one play and then you don't give it to me the next play. I need to see this consistently for me to believe that that's who you are. You can't make one good play and then take a play off and I believe you're a great player. No, they didn't how that worked for Coach Marv in this defense. And so, like he told you, I'm gonna find the best 11 guys that play together. That don't mean it's the best that it's the best 11 that y'all think we got, but it's the best 11 that's on that can play together. And I think people get that mixed up in football. They get so caught up in the X's and O's. I keep telling you, it's about the Jimmies and Joes. It's about, can these guys play together? Again, I keep telling people, Ray Lewis verbatim said in his Hall of Fame speech, if it's not for big Tony Saragusa, I don't know if I'm a Hall of Famer. I didn't do this by myself. I needed the help from these guys. And again, I think that's one of the biggest reasons for taking this thing to the training camp mode, like to get away from all the noise. So again, you got to be very excited about what you see and what you get from these young men and these great coaches. And you got a lot of young coaches, a lot of coaches that done played in the NFL, got those ties and understand the grind. It's the difference when you're talking to a kid and you can tell them, I've been through what you've been through. My body's been there. It's been in the same spot you're in. Now let's see if you can fight through it. Let's find a way to fight through it. Let's dig and let's claw our way out. And I think that's what you see coming from these young men.
No doubt. I think one of the best things I love that I'm seeing, right, is that it's peer evaluation. I'm going to say that again. It's not who your favorite player is or who your favorite tape that you like. Let's evaluate who are the best 11 players that we could put out here on the field that collectively play as a unit to give us the best results to get off the field. And I think that's the part that's been missing these previous years. Like, yeah, we've had talent, but that talent hasn't been the best collective that we needed on the field at the exact same time to go out and make plays, because we're not all individually just thinking about ourselves. And if we just get this or we just get that, that's gonna motivate us. You see the chemistry of this team and the collectivity of this team, offensively or defensively. One thing that you love about the defense, right? If you're going against a creative offensive coordinator, they can only sharpen you for something that you may see in the game. Now, when we go to talk about this, right, because this is the question. How great is to have an offensive creative mind genius as an offensive coordinator to help against your defense, to help them see any and every situation they might possibly see, but they won't see it at that level because of the creativity of the skill guys that we have.
I think it goes both ways. I think that Coach Marion and Coach Marv, I think they complement each other very well. I think you're gonna see a lot of different schemes from Coach Marv. I think he told you guys he went around last year when he was off and learned from different guys and took a piece from here and there. And that's what great coaches do, guys. That is what great coaches do. Great coaches take what they already have, and I'll take a little bit from this guy, and I'll take a little bit from that guy. And so when you have a guy like Coach Marion, who has built a offense to battle against all different type of defenses, then you're very well prepared as a defense to battle anything. Now we're in the realm right now getting ready for Georgia Tech. And again, guys, all anybody talking about these two great running backs that they have. Well, I feel like we got 3 to 4 great linebackers. So I'm not afraid because you're talking about your great two running backs. I feel like we got good linebacker play, but again, we need good defensive line play so you can see these great linebackers that we have. And again, it comes back to what Rob said was, are you going to be selfless or are you going to be selfish? It's a big difference. Are you here for the betterment of the team or are you here for the betterment of you? Because if you're here for the betterment of you, then we're not going to succeed. And again, I think that's what Coach Prime is telling these coaches, that we got to weed out. We got to make sure we got the best 11 guys on the field at the same time, because you got to trust your brother that lines up next to you. And sometimes, let's just be honest, guys, you can't trust the guy that lines up next to you, because you don't know if he's going to do the right job or he's going to do exactly what he's doing, or you don't know what he's thinking. That's when you got the best defenses, when I can think like what my defensive line is thinking, when my cornerback can know that, hey, my linebacker going to be in this drop if I do this or if I do that. So, I mean, it's all about building the chemistry and making sure, again, the best teams have quality depth, because those guys behind you, behind the starters, feel like they should be on the football field. And again, Creed Thomas is a great aspiration to show you that taking mental reps, being in tune to what's going on, because when I get my opportunity, I'll be ready. Go ahead, Colin.
Yeah, and somebody said it. I think, Rob, you put it up on the screen, and then you said it as well. It's like it's going to be great to have these two coaches going against each other all the time. But I think what it's going to help Chris Marv and his defense really perfect is to prevent explosives. Prevent explosives. If you can keep a Brennan Marion offense in front of you, you're going to be able to keep a lot of teams in front of you. What I noticed on tape so far, and I know these are highlights, is that this defense needs to figure out how to prevent explosives, right? And Brennan Marion's offense is looking for explosive plays. And what killed us last year was explosive plays. 40-yard quarterback runs on third down. 60-yard deep ball, right? And even when the defense played well, we know the issues that we had on offense. So I really like the fact that in order to get the better of Brennan Marion in practice, Chris Marv is going to have to have a high rate of stopping explosive plays. So I'm excited for that. If he can sharpen his game in that way, and this team can keep all of the downs manageable, and they're not getting beat deep or explosive runs by the quarterback, running back, I think we're going to have a very, very good defense.
I mean, to your point, it's hard to keep Hugh for 6 in front of your eyes now. I mean, you just got to give him the ball and give him some space, and just put 6 on the board. So as much as we can be like, hey, keep explosive plays, it's just some guys, the speed is different. All right, but you make a great point, right? Explosive plays is definitely the key to. The more you can eliminate explosive plays, the better opportunity you have to win games. That's just what it is, right? We can't have them 20-plus yard yak yards. We can't have them 20-plus yards passes, them runs. Like those are straight backbone killers to a bad season. So you eliminate those, we're in great shape. So far, has anything that you've seen come up in these first 2 practices, right? And this is just a glimpse. This is just highlights. But has anything come up that looks like anything of last year?
No, I mean, and I just hate this. I hate to say it with such. No, this is just different. And again, I think that a lot of this would have been different last year if Coach Prime would have been there. Without him being there, I think that made this such a different outcome. And so now what you see is young men and coaches that are aspiring to be getting. I think, again, Ben said it. We had a lot of guys that were just content with where they were, with what was going on in the preseason. and what ranking they had and where they were going to be drafted, and we were going to go out here and do this and do that, and that just didn't happen because we didn't put in the work. But I don't see. I see a better team than I saw last year because of the simple fact is I see a better brotherhood. I see a better kinship. And then you don't. Again, I heard Neely say this that you don't. There's no TVs in these dorms. You can't Uber Eats you nothing after hours. You can't get on the phone and talk to your boo thing for 2 or 3 hours after you done been at practice all day. It's strictly football and my brothers. Go to football practice, come back, treatment, hanging with my brothers. That's all there is to it. There's nothing else but football going on here. And you gotta learn this thing. And what we're saying is when you leave from here this week, if you don't know this playbook and if you don't know this system, it's on you. That means you just went back to your dorm room and you went to sleep and you didn't, because there's nothing else going on but football. And you get every opportunity, and Coach Prime is doing this because I don't want to hear it when you're not playing, because I gave you the opportunity. I took you away from the noise myself. And a guy like Neely, who's been around for 7 years, been with Coach Prime, to say that this just looks different. I don't know, it's football, but it looks different. So, I don't see anything of last year again, and he's holding men accountable. He said, "You guys that came to the ranch, you heard it. Hey, we expect y'all to be leaders on and off the field, not just when you get between these lines. We need you to be leaders outside of these lines." And those are the young men that we are what we're looking for. So no, I don't see any remnants of what we saw last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a completely different team. It feels very much like a completely different atmosphere. I think these guys really have something to prove, which I like. But I love to see the consistency in play from guys from last year that I felt when they got the opportunity showed last year that they could do even more. One of the guys that jumped off the screen for me is Zach Atkins.
We was about to check. We was about to flip off to the offensive side, but go ahead.
Watch out for that boy, Zach Atkins, at tight end. To Rob's point, it's really hard to keep a Q for 6 and all of these speed guys in front of you. But when you're so focused on the Q for 6s, the Cam Perrys, there's going to be this guy who runs a 4.5 lined up at tight end that is right there to eat you up. When you already got your hands full with the guys on the outside, Julian Lewis has a real nice safety blanket in Zach Atkins. He is a guy that's been flying under the radar, did some things very well last year. Of course, he still needed to continue to develop, but what I've seen from him in fall camp so far is that he's going to get his number called a fair amount of times in 2026.
No doubt. At the end of the day, when you have a guy like a Zach Atkins with a 4.5, and you got a guy like Q for 6, and those guys out there running those great routes, and then you got DeAndre, and you got JoJo out there, it's scary. This offense can get scary. And again, guys, I don't know why y'all think me, Rob, or Common are making these things up. These coaches are telling you guys, and it is documented. He told you this is the best group of guys I've had talent-wise to run my offense. And all he did is average 35 points. So now you done gave me the best group of guys. But again, this has to gel. It has to work. So we're not going to sit here and try to contradict ourselves. We want the best 11 guys on the football field. Whoever that is. Again, I turn on the film again. The first guy that popped off the screen to me at receiver, Caleb Mathis. He catching that football, running great routes. Again, I keep telling people I don't know what you guys are thinking. Just because his daddy is on the staff and he grew up with Coach Prime, this guy's a football player. And he played as a true freshman with Jimmy Horn and Weaver the receiver and Javon Walker and all those guys were there. This young man is there. And so I have to believe in what I see. Again, I like what I seen from the kid number 80. I saw 17 out there looking good. And then you already have the guys that you have, Farrakhan, Q for sixes, Cam Perry, and things of that nature. This receiver room is very scary. And then, like you say, when you get locked in on those receivers, then you got a legitimate 4-5 guy coming from that tight end spot or that H-back slot that we can slip him the football and you're not even expecting because you're looking at all these other guys.
I mean, let's be frank, right? When you talk about the tight end position, we ain't used a tight end since the first year Shedeur Sanders, right? Let's just be quite frank, right? And the tight end that we used was Mikey Harris, who wasn't even a tight end. It was a converted wide receiver that we moved to tight end. And all he did was catch touchdown passes, right? So to see a security blanket on the field at the tight end position, it's a beautiful thing, people. It's a beautiful thing. And those are the things that I think a lot of people don't think about when we talk about this offense. And we keep talking about, man, the go-go. And everybody's talking about the go-go. The one position that ain't nobody really talking about is the tight end position. We have some athletes in the tight end position. You're going to find out why we have some tight ends, why we have athleticism at the tight end, and there ain't nobody talking about it. They're going to sneak up on some people. Some people are not going to guard our tight ends because they just don't know. They don't have any film. Outside of Zach Atkins, tell me about anybody in our tight end room that have film on. They don't because we didn't use them. So it's a bright spot to get started to spot out with, right? Having a good safety net, having a 6'5" to 6'7" tight end to throw to. Let's go get it. So now that we're moving on to the offense, which player has really surprised you the first 2 days of camp? Go ahead, Common.
I'm still here. You can go ahead first, Common.
It is great to see JoJo Williams back.
I knew you was going there. I knew it.
It is great to see JoJo Williams back. Listen.
Is it because of Cam Perry?
No.
I had to mess with you. Because somebody, because of the whole Cam Perry situation last 2 days. I had to mess with you. I ain't forget now.
Yeah. Okay, so now I got a new starting 3. Okay.
All right.
But because we got the injury situation and all of that. But it's good to see JoJo Williams back. And it's good to see immediately that Coach Marion understands what he has in JoJo Williams. And that first practice was purposefully targeting him, right? Not only downfield, but also utilizing him in the screen game. Out of necessity, JoJo had to play slot wide receiver last year because you had Omarion and Sincere Brown on the outside. So JoJo, when he was on the field, was playing in the slot. I love the fact that they're also targeting him in the screen game. If he has blockers out front, he's going to be pretty hard to bring down. So that's the guy on offense I was very, very excited to see this week.
I'm gonna go with a running back. I like what I saw from Henderson. That first day, he was very explosive, hitting the holes, in and out of breaks. I think he caught a screen pass. I was just very impressed with his play. And another guy that I was impressed with was 17. I think he was the kid. I think he's the Ward kid that was hurt during spring. I saw him make a couple of catches in one-on-ones. I like the way he runs routes, and so I was impressed with him. So I always was looking for him to make a big impact somewhere. And I thought he would have made an impact if he would have been healthy this spring. And so to see him get back and see him making plays was big for me. That wide receiver room looks good as a whole. But again, for me, it was Henderson at the running back spot and the plays that he made a couple of big runs, and then the screenplay.
No doubt.
Let me add one more name, okay? My Rudy Award. You know who my Rudy Award is? There's a guy who's flying under the radar who's going to get on the field and kill. Watch out for number 22, my guy Tiger Barden.
Tiger Barden. Okay.
Watch out for Taggart Barden. I know he's somewhere buried deep on that wide receiver depth chart, but watch out for Taggart Barden. The only reason why he didn't get any burn in 2025 is because he injured his arm. I think it was an elbow injury or something like that. He was out all season. He's back and he's 100%. Watch out for number 22, y'all. That's my Rudy Award. He's going to get in and he's going to get busy.
All right, listen. We can't get out here about talking about the freshman, right? Because I was waiting to the end to them, you know what I'm saying, to talk about them, man. Hey, listen. I'm excited for tomorrow. The first 2 days, yeah, it's all right. I'll wait for them pads to come on. Because you know what? When them pads come on, you know who I know I'm going to see fly across that screen? That 2-6. I know that 2-6 going to come flying across that screen somewhere. He going to make a play. He going to come down, thump a running back. He going to put his body on the line. And if you don't know who number 26 is, that's Braylon. That's Braylon. Nobody, hey, listen, if it's a name that you want to know for this year that you can get excited about, that's a freshman, don't worry about it. See that 26 at the safety position? They're going to find a way to get him on the field. And he's going to play a lot. But my question to you guys is, which freshman are you looking forward to the most this season?
You took my guy. I have him. If Wu Carter is the next is cute is cornerback 2, I got Braylon Edwards starting at the nickel. And that's just being honest with you. I have him starting at the nickel spot. So I just think it's gonna be a great setup for him. And my sleeper is Mojo. Is the guys on the defense. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Him and Mojo have been the guys that have been consistently showing me that they can play, and that they want it. And so I'm super excited to see Braylon Edwards and Mojo get that work this season, because I think they both will be playing and dressing every game, because I think they'll both be on special teams.
Oh yeah, Mojo, real cornerback alert, real cornerback alert. Mojo Williams, man, plays the position like you want to see it played. I think he has a lot of development, right? I'm not quite sure you want to see a freshman cornerback out there, especially with all the experience that he has around him to learn from, like a Booth Carter, like a Justin Eaglin, like a Creed Thomas, really studying under the tutelage of Coach Prime. I have him in 2027 being one of the top corners in the conference, if not in the country. Okay, it won't be this year. As much as I love him, I prefer for him to just watch these guys have some real success on the field so he could glean what he can, right? But we know coach is going to play people who earn the opportunity. So I wouldn't be surprised if he jumps in there and he does get some burn. The other guy, I mean, it's kind of easy, right? He's a guy, he on film, he's going to run into somebody at least twice every game, every practice. That's going to make the crowd go, ooh, and that's Braylon Edwards. And that's something that this defense has been missing for I don't know how long. I don't think I had one play last season where one of our defenders hit somebody, whether it was on defense or special teams, where I was like, oh my God, y'all get the ambulance, cut the commercial. That dude got a concussion. And I think Braylon Edwards is a guy who's going to be handing out CTEs when he does have an opportunity to play. So I'm very, very excited about those two freshmen. I'll keep looking on the offensive side of the ball and let you guys know here. Jacob Swain.
And number 26 is that's Braylon Error. He is a true freshman. Right? Get your popcorn ready, right? Whatever your favorite drink is, get it ready. When y'all see 2-6 hit that field, he gonna come across your screen. You ain't gonna know that he ain't out there because he gonna make a point that he out there. He coming out full speed, and it gets him a mano with the running back. I love our chances. He bringing it. He gonna lower them pass, and he ain't scared to hit you. But before we get up out of here, right? Because we got things to do, people to see. You know what I'm saying? We got some family time, right? Give me your last impressions that you want to see from this week that you want to learn about this team.
Again, it's gonna always be in the trenches. It's gonna always be in the trenches for me. What five that you see out there, and then that second team. I want to see that top 10 up front. So that's what I'm looking for. So I be looking for the videos that's showing the trench play. So that's gonna always be. So that's what I'm looking for. See what the offensive line is looking like. I was impressed with what I saw from Yaya. Like I said, I seen McFadden get some reps and things of that nature. So I just feel good about the way that we're coming along. But that's what I want to see going through the week is the way the offensive line plays. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this defense catching up to the offense. I mean, the highlights make it seem like, you go to camp, usually the defense is ahead of the offense. It feels very much like the work that this offense put in the spring, working out together, even outside of organized practices. They have some rhythm, man. It feels like this offense. It doesn't feel like all these guys are playing together for the first time, if you get what I mean. It feels like they're able to make plays. They're playing on time. Even on the short routes, guys, where timing is a must, those quarterbacks are getting the ball out, even if it's a 7-yard out, it's third down, they need 13 yards. They're playing on time. I love that. But what I want to see over the next couple of days is the defense kind of catch up to them and do what I think they can do, which is prevent explosive plays. And then the other thing is preventing explosive plays is number one, and then number 1A is creating turnovers. Right. Being able to disrupt their timing enough to make this offense make mistakes and create turnovers. If we got a defense that prevents explosive plays, creates turnovers, it's going to be a problem. So that's what I'm looking for over the next couple of weeks.
Final words, man, as we get out of here. But before we get to final words, let me do this one more time for the people at home so they know. Did they? If you missed out earlier, we have an event with the CU Aunties where you have an opportunity to meet me, Dukes the Scoop, and Travis Hunter's mom. I repeat, you have an opportunity to meet me, Rob the Man Media, Dukes the Scoop, the CU Aunties, and Travis Hunter's mom. And she's going to sign her book, as you see right there on your screen. She's dropped a new book. If you want to come to the event, please reach out to the CU Aunties. And if you don't know how to reach out to the CU Aunties, feel free to DM us on Instagram or X. We will get you in contact. But there is a meet and greet. Travis Hunter's mom is dropping her new book, and you have the opportunity to come have a meet and greet with me, Dukes of Scoop, and Mrs. Hunter. So don't miss out. It is the first. This event will be during the Georgia Tech week, right? So for all more details, please reach out to the CU Aunties for the event, how to get into the event, because this is an exclusive event, not open to everybody. So you want to come hang out with us? Feel free. Just reach out to us, and we'll get the info to you. Final thoughts, final words before we get about this thing.
Yeah, man, football is back, and I love it. We're going to get back to the film study. We're going to get back to talking about what's working, what's not working based on the tape that we're allowed to see. We don't have to guess at what we see anymore, what we think anymore. We could see it on film. And I pray, my appeal to Darius Sanders, to Coach Prime, please keep the content going, right? Because it actually enriches the conversation and gives us an opportunity to talk about the facts, right? Not guessing at stuff. I already said, kind of how I feel about how things are going in fall camp. So I'm going to give a big shout out to Rob the Man and Coach Dre for telling me this entire summer it was going to be Boo Carter at corner, right? So we're here. And Boo Carter is at corner. All right. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to more conversations. I can't wait for another week of practices so we have even more to break down for y'all. And appreciate y'all, man, every time. All of y'all in the comments for keeping it engaged, keeping it respectful. And thank you guys for following me as well on Common Sense Buffs here on YouTube. I'm going to be back this Saturday talking about fall camp as well. So Rob, Dre, thank you guys so much, man.
We appreciate you.
Hey man, as we always say, man, we appreciate everybody coming by, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to stop by and hang out with us for an hour and a little bit. We appreciate everybody. We take nothing for granted, and you shouldn't either. Make sure you reach out to your family, check on them, and check on the people that check on you. You don't always have to be the one doing the checking, because if you the person that need the help, how would you know? Don't be afraid to open your mouth and tell somebody that you need some help or that you hurt, because we don't know. I mean, like I say, me and Rob, we're here. I do this because it's my purpose. I ain't trying to be a superstar or try to be famous. When I get off of this live, I'm gonna be Coach Dre. You get what I'm saying? I'm not changing who I am because I'm on this podcast. I'm on this podcast because I want to help my brothers and be a light to somebody and always be a blessing. But what I want you always to know is that prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. So don't be afraid to pray. And like I always tell you, if I send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, the Don, Coach Dre. That is my guy, Common Sense, and my brother from another, Rob the Man Media, to spend another Tuesday night with Rob the Man Media and Common Sense Bus. God bless you and good night. We'll see y'all Sunday with Buff News Daily. Y'all check us out. Y'all be good.